Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Convention Creators Podcast.
Breaking news! At time of editing this episode, a new trailer for Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel just dropped. Let's watch it now.
War is coming. You're either with me or against me.
Hell will rise!
So be ready for some breaking news.
We are very excited because the season is coming up, which coincides with the entire cast of Hazbin Hotel, more or less, except for a couple, are going to be present at MCM London with us in... with us, they're not going to be next to us, but you know what I mean, they're going to be in the same building. In October, and we're very excited for the upcoming season. We're also excited about Helluva being on Prime, so we thought we would make an episode about it. But also, we are going to be at Inferno Fest at the end of this month, which we're very excited about, and we want to tell you more about that.
Yes, not only that, but we're going to be delving into the world of Reddit, as we like to do, and explore some of the things that people are saying out there about fan theories, about things they expect to see in the future, and just some personal stories on how it has affected their lives. So, PB, shall we get into it?
Yes, let's just... Go.
Yes, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. As we said in our little intro, it is all about the world of Hazbin and Helluva today, and we have a lot to get through because there is so much happening in the coming months around this franchise, so we wanted to delve right in.
I think I've watched the entire season maybe 3-4 times because I designed t-shirts for it, and because I liked the show, and because the first time I watched it, I feel like I missed out on like half the characters somehow. Don't ask. It's weird. Rezel and Dazzle did not exist the first time I watched it. I'm pretty sure they put them in on my second viewing. First time they didn't exist. But that aside, we have a solid understanding of what happened in season 1. We have, for those who have been spoiled by the leaks end of last year, we have avoided all of that. We don't know what is going on. With the exception of, we have, and we will be discussing some of the new sneak peeks that Prime has released for the upcoming season. As for Helluva, I have watched the main 2 seasons a couple of times because I prefer it. And Jay has watched most of the shorts with me as well, and the main season. So we have an idea of what is going on. We haven't gotten ourselves spoiled for what is to come. So if you know anything, please do not write them down in our comment section, because we'd like to go into the second season spoiler free.
Don't spoil it for us, please. Yes, like PB said, I have watched Helluva and the shorts with PB. I've watched Hazbin Hotel once. Full transparency, I think out of the two of us, I'm the more casual fan. But one thing that I can say is the soundtrack is something we have listened to many times.
Very much so. We like it.
Yes. So that's our experience of the world of these 2 shows, and as we said, it affects many people.
What other people think.
Yeah, and there is one lovely post we saw that I think was worth sharing because it just made my heart go, oh. And this one is simply titled, Hasbin helped me. So I will just what this one says. This person writes, so yeah, I don't know where to even start, LOL. For years, I didn't really have any friends. Like, I mean, none. I'd go to school or work, come home, sit on my phone, maybe play a game, but always alone. I was so used to just thinking, okay, this is my life. Guess I'm just the person nobody wants around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd get so nervous about trying to talk to people because I was sure I'd just say something dumb or they just wouldn't care. Then I found Hazbin Hotel. I don't even remember how, just YouTube threw it at me one night. And like the songs hit me so hard. I played them on a loop. They made me feel seen in a way that I hadn't before. Like all that hurt and wanting something better was actually in the music. Anyway, I left a comment on one of the songs and then another and another. Then I ended up joining a Discord and suddenly there was this whole group of people who loved the show and the music just like I did. At first, I was so shy, I barely typed anything, but they kept tagging me, making me laugh, and slowly I started to feel like I could actually belong there. And now it's wild. I actually have a friend group, like real people who message me every day, who ask how I am, who send me dumb Hasbin memes at 3 a.m. We even voice chat sometimes, and I never thought I'd be brave enough to do that. The craziest part is seeing more in-person meetups. I've already been to one little con hangout with a few of them, and it was just honestly the first time in years I didn't feel like an outsider. I was nervous the whole bus ride there, thinking I'd just stand in the corner, but no. They welcomed me like I mattered. I came home shaking, like, wow, I actually did that. And now I'm actually excited for the future. Like the idea there might be spaces I can go to and not fill out a place. I've been so shy and scared for so long, but this show and the community around me made me feel like maybe I really do have a place. Maybe I really do deserve friends. So yeah, this is kind of a rant, but I needed to say it somewhere. Hazbin Hotel didn't just give me a cool show. It literally gave me people. It gave me my first real friends. And I'm so grateful I can't even put it into words properly. Thanks, Fizzy Pop. Thanks, the music team. Thanks to this fandom. You honestly changed my life.
That is sweet. That's so wholesome.
It's so wholesome.
That's so wholesome. That's so random coming out from a show that is anything but wholesome. But it's very wholesome. Very sweet.
I think it says a lot that it's the sort of shows which are usually about outcasts and about people who maybe don't fit in and aren't like your stereotypical perfect examples that I think people can really latch onto. And I'm glad that any good fandom it can be represented in situations like that. That's a sign of a strong, solid fandom that's doing something good. So I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Again, also kind of wild to say, because the Hasbin fandom is known to be kind of intense and a bit too vocal about anything. But yes. We love it. We appreciate the fact that this person found their people. And in reality, it is less about the fandom itself and more the sense of the communities, different communities that build around it. Because only because a fandom might be known for being a little bit too wild, we have friends who had to make TikToks about it to tell the Hasbin fandom to take a beat and chill out a little bit. Because sometimes they were behaving not so amazing. But that doesn't mean that that's the entire fandom. No. And it is wonderful that this person found a space and a voice in a welcoming part of the community, that were kind to them and that they included them. And I think in reality, and I feel like this might resonate with you because you found that voice within the Sonic community.
Yeah.
And I found that voice within Once Upon a Time. I am really going to show my age. When I used to chat on MIRC and roleplay as different anime characters, which was crazy, but it was how I found my first online social group. Now, unfortunately, in my case, I lived in Malta and my entire social group was scattered around the planet, so I never got to meet them in person. But it is when you find those people and exercise your social
Yeah.
online before you feel like you're ready to do it in person, you know, because not everyone has a massive group of friends when they're in school. A
And
lot of us are like that, you know.
yeah, I think it's very common, and these are why conventions and things are so good, is it allows us people to connect to those other interests they have and actually make
Yeah.
real life friends, IRL friends. So
Yeah.
I'm very pleased that this person found it. One thing
That's so
I
sweet.
liked in their message was the
Mm-hmm.
discovery that actually fans of this show are meeting up in person and hanging out and celebrating their love for the show. Because, amazing segue, very in Glasgow, coming right up, is such an event. And it's not just a meet-up at a convention, it is a dedicated event for Helluva Hasbin, and we're attending.
Yes. It is quite fun. So this group of amazing and well organized and very thoughtful people who are fans of the show. This isn't like a big organizing committee of people made of money, basically. This is a group of fans who are dedicated, who have done events for Genshin Impact in the past, who have done anime-based events. They are making a day-long event in the trade halls in Glasgow, revolving around the Hellaverse. So there's going to be events throughout the day that we will be talking about shortly, that are all themed. Cosplay is encouraged. There's going to be vendors that have that like spooky Helluva's vibe. We are going to be taking our t-shirts there. Printing Like Rabbits is going to be taking statues there, and all the little duckies that you can see Lucifer over there. It's just going to be this one day of immersing ourselves into the Hellaverse universe. I may be cosplaying as my favorite female werewolf, and we will be revisiting the Luna cosplay. I'm just generally overall excited. I am all the more excited because they reached out to us a fair few months ago, and we have been working alongside them as much as we could. We wanted to offer our assistance however we can, I'm very excited that I will be there with Jay in the capacity of a VIP guest. So someone will be taking care of the table for us, and we will be fully immersing in all of the activities throughout the day, including the after party, which will go on till 4 a.m. I can't wait. You know me, I love an after party. I love a few bevies. I love
What?
I love to be having a bit of a dancey going on. So I'm very excited for it. I'm very much looking forward to it. I do think that they have done a lot more than many have in organizing an event like this. It's hard to say. You know, this is a more dedicated event where usually we go to like more generic themed events, but I'm really astounded. And when we tell you what is going to happen, you will understand like what's on the agenda. You will understand just how much detail they put into it. I'm really excited for it. Shout out to our contact, Ace, who is a fantastic Stolas cosplayer. I got the pleasure to meet them earlier this year at PowerCon, and we have been in contact since. And they have been an absolute legend. They've helped us out in getting stuff sorted to get there and to be able to set up at a time that helps us be a part of the event and not be rushing around last minute. So yeah, thank you. And why don't you let them know what the roster for this event is looking like, just to give you an idea on if you were to go, whether you're far away or you're local and might actually be able to attend, what we will be treated to.
Yes, and there is so much. There is a packed schedule. throughout the thing. So if you're interested in any of this, I would highly recommend you come along. By the way, it's taking place on the 27th of September. So mark your calendar if you haven't already to make sure you
end of this month.
Yes. There's a lot going on. Obviously, these things kick off with the opening ceremonies, but they get straight into a variety of stuff, including there is an imp game show that's happening. Litso is going to be taking on members of the audience for a variety of interesting and curious challenges to see if they've got what it takes to join his ranks. I am very curious what that looks like. I think that's
they're going to try and find the newest agent of imp. Hopefully not me, because I do not do well in competitions. it just freaks me out. But beyond that.
They also have Aussie's dating game. So for anyone listening in the UK, if you're familiar with the concept of blind date, it's very much that sort of thing where people will be asking a variety of questions to some potential datees, and then they'll be able to pick, based on their answers, their potential date, which I think is going to be super fun. There's also going to be karaoke. Solus is having karaoke because who doesn't love karaoke? And the reason I'm excited about that is because it's all musicals, and that is right up my alley. So.
Oh my god, that means we can sing K-pop Demon Hunters, right? Because it's a musical now.
It's a musical,
Wow.
They've also got a cosplay contest, and I have a feeling this is going to be a cracking one purely because of it being themed around Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel. Like, we have seen in the past some amazing cosplays around this franchise.
Oh yeah, and if you just see the people who are guesting at this event, and there has been and Helluva Boss cosplays, which I if we can, obviously I know it's difficult because of time constraint, but if we can show any of them, there has been so many good cosplays revolving around this event. I cannot imagine the level of cosplay that will be there. It's going to be exquisite. I can't wait for us to showcase it on the podcast.
And if that wasn't enough, they're going to be closing the whole main stage with the burlesque show, which seems perfectly in theme for this franchise. It's going to be
spicy.
It's going to be spicy. It's going to be very good.
Spicy. The event, as far as I know, is 18+. So expect the entire day to have a certain level of spice. Yes. But still, very, very exciting.
And if the main stage didn't sound packed enough, there's far more stuff going on as well, including the fact that you'll have access to the grimoire, which is a little booklet, a little guide for everything going on. Not only is it going to obviously tell you, things you can find, things to do, what's happening, there will even be a scavenger hunt with a special in-character variety of tasks that you can complete. So you'll chat with character actors, get tasks to do, things like that, and you can collect a cool stamp once it's done. And if you gather enough stamps, you can trade them in for prizes.
Exciting.
Also, in that special booklet is access to find out more about the artist stamp rally. And yes, obviously, the stamp rally, there are prizes in that too. So definitely something, a little guide, a little Bible for the day. Bible, ironic, because of the universe.
Too funny. We're also being featured in this grimoire. So I'm quite happy with that.
Yes,
I'll have to get my hands on one. to keepsake.
I think what's really good is, like I said, so you've got the main stage next. You've got that. There is the saloon, which is a bar, which will have trivia games running throughout the day. And again, check your guide for the schedule of those. Yep. On top of that, photo booths. So for all the ideal cosplays you've been bringing, if you just want to just take the most awesome pictures, they have light rings, Polaroid machine, which is super cool, and you'll be able to print shots as well as taking digital ones. So
nice.
Full photo booth set up. If all that sounds great, but also very fair, might sound a little bit overwhelming, they have made a special thing, which I'm really happy about, and I love when events are doing this, which is they have made Lucifer's Hideaway, which is just a little chill out spot. So there'll be things to fidget, like fidget toys, colouring pages, and Charlie Morningstar will be on hand to help anyone who needs it. So there is a space dedicated for people who just need to take a step away.
Of course, it had to be Charlie. Pyro.
So I'm very happy they're doing that. Again, I think it shows that this is an event organised by people who are very focused on catering to their community. So the fact they're taking that into account makes me very happy.
It is wonderful. They're really going a step beyond because, like I said, this isn't like a major organizing entity. As far as I know, it's like, a handful of people who just are really passionate about doing something really special. And honestly, hats off to them. They're doing amazing. Yeah. And we can't wait not only to be there, but in October, once we come back from Scotland, we will be releasing a special episode where you will see the event through our experience and through ours. We'll be filming as much as we can, what we can, because 18 plus, like we said. We will be taking you on this journey with us from moments of preparing of cosplay. Warning in advance, I get very stressed while I'm cosplay, so please don't take it, hold it against me. But we will go from that process to the after party in the evening, if we can, if we have the energy, and take you on that journey with us. I'm very excited. Going on a little convention date with all our conventioneers.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and we will hopefully be able to show you as much as we can of the wonders of the VIP experience as well. Which, we're quite looking forward to, including a VIP cocktail hour. So, if ever there was a reason to get a VIP ticket.
It goes to. We have to mention as well that the cocktails that are being made at this event are being made by the Alchemist. The Alchemist is a quite a known franchise for doing very sciencey looking cocktails. There's always wonderful glasses with chemical reactions that happens when you have your drink. There's smoke, there's bubbles with smoke in them, all sorts of things. And the team for Inferno Fest went along to the Alchemist in Glasgow, and they had tailor-made cocktails specific to certain characters from the Hellaverse, which are going to be served at the event. So we will be experiencing these cocktails made by the Alchemist staff. They're going to be optimal. This isn't just your average mix and go spa mix, you know what I mean? It's going to be like actual optimal cocktails. We are going to be wasted. Can't wait. I honestly cannot wait for it to be 10 in the evening, midnight, when we have to pack down the t-shirts, and I can't even see the t-shirts because it's all just a blur.
Just a blur. Just a blur.
To Hasbin music and trying to... It's gonna be great. And you get to see that.
Yes. So, around the 27th of September, if you are unable to make it for any reason at all, I would definitely keep an eye on our socials. I feel like our stories might have some interesting things cropping up for sure. In the moment, as the day progresses and as the night progresses.
Yes. Obviously, we do encourage people to join us there.
Absolutely,
so
yes.
Please come along, and
we would love to see you.
Have a great time
there, and it's going to be so much fun. I would recommend the first thing you do right now, if you're able to get to Glasgow on that day, is head to the link in the description and maybe book a ticket. Maybe come see us. Maybe come see all the exciting things. I think it's going to be
cosplay. Wear one of my t-shirts to the event.
Yes, that would that's a very good way to get our attention. You're like,
yes. Fun.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a good time to show people my Hasbin t-shirts.
Yes. It is. Let's take a look.
Just to give you a bit of editing work, you know what I mean?
Yes. 'Cause that's
T-shirts
cool.
everywhere.
T-shirts everywhere. I'm drowning in t-shirts.
Yeah, it's like a crowd of t-shirts around me.
You check them out. Have a look. Also, link in description.
Yes, thank you. It's right there.
Inferno Fest genuinely is an event I'm really looking forward to.
Very much so.
We're both looking forward to meeting to people. Maybe one of the things you can discuss with us is some of the wild fan theories that are out there on the internet. Oh my goodness, the lore in this show be popping, and people are getting hyped up for all their theories and takes ahead of the next season, especially with Hazbin.
100%.
I conveniently have one right here that I'm curious your take on as someone who has watched the show much more attentively than I'm physically able to.
Okay.
So I'm going to read this one. I'm curious what your thoughts are. And I'm also curious what you people listening think. So as you listen, sound off in the comments what your thoughts are too.
All right.
This theory is that Carmilla Carmine is actually a fallen angel. Okay. So this person on Reddit goes on to say, I suppose it's not the craziest theory since a lot of people have been sharing this, but I do genuinely think that she is a fallen angel. She shares a lot of physical traits with Vaggie and other angels. Red and yellow eyes. I believe hers are much deeper red. Black and white clothing, similar to exorcist armor.
Fuck, yes.
Long flowing hair.
Literally
that's what I looked at. I was like, oh my gosh, actually, yeah. She has long flowing hair when it's let down, and the fact that she was able to confidently take out an angel during an execution implies some possible prior knowledge about angel physiology. In addition, they put Vaggie and Carmilla in whatever it takes together, despite the fact that at the time they were going through completely different situations. Since we know that Vaggie is in fact an angel, that feels like a very intentional move.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, holy hell. Lol. I have never even considered this. This is so good. This is actually... yeah, I can see that.
Also, the person on Reddit says, I'm also just going to throw out that her daughter's horns look more like some sort of hairband and other hair accessories than actual horns. The crazy part, however, of my version of this theory is that I don't think she was an exorcist. No, I think she was something far more powerful. She's notably taller than a lot of the characters in the show, towering above Vaggie, Alistair, and more like Sarah and Charlie. Both Sarah and Carmilla both have face markings as well. As for why she may have been given the boot, the same thing she's doing now, distributing weapons. The way I see it, it's not a far-fetched idea. She was building or distributing weapons for the extermination, got caught, since the extermination is supposed to be a secret, they boot her out of heaven. When she gets to hell, she starts selling weapons to a much more eager clientele, perhaps secretly hoping that some random sinner, hellborn or imp would figure out that angelic weapons kill angels.
I think it's a little bit... It went a little bit far-fetched when they started giving their own opinion. No offense to DOP, right? I feel like, if anything, she would have started doing weapons because she knew what was coming. And she wanted to somehow find a way to defend the other people. Maybe she disagreed with the extermination happening, and she was cast out for it.
Yes.
And instead was like, I know what's about to come. I'm going to make sure that that I give them a fighting chance, at least. But I really like this. It gives a lot more depth to the character. It gives a reason for the character. It gives a reason for her and Vaggie working together twice. Because they both have a duet in the beginning of the show, and they have another duet at the end of the show, which kind of full circles that a little bit. I can see this. I can see this. And yeah, it feels like the character design is so obvious that
Yeah.
we should have all kind of noticed.
That's the thing that catches my eye, is that when they describe the appearance and similarities, one thing I do know about this show is nothing visually is done by chance. Everything seems very intentional with every character design.
Oh no, this is confirmed because there's also there's a chart out there, which I don't think we can find because I've seen it like once. There's a chart out there that explains that the way the Hellaverse is designed, depending on the type of demon that you are.
Yeah.
Like imps, they're related to wrath.
Yes.
Therefore, they have a very specific color scheme and very specific character design. The different types of demons are all attributed to something different. And that reflects in how the character is designed, including how Husk is more of a furry character, you know, and so on and so forth. That said, it would imply that since Carmine has the same complexion and design as an angel, then she must somehow have that connection. Which I feel like she would have helped Vaggie because she noticed that.
Yeah.
But then no one in hell ever noticed that she must have been an angel.
Yeah.
Which is kind of disappointing. But everyone's blind. Everyone's so like very over their heads kind of thing. But yeah, I like that. I vibe. Well done. Well done. Good find. Good find.
Yes,
for context, I don't know these stories before they're read, right? If anything, if there's one that J Bear feels a little bit iffy about, I read the title. But beyond that, I very rarely actually know what is going on, and that was a good surprise. I like it.
It's interesting the theories people are thinking about exploring, especially as obviously they're thinking about, will these things come to fruition or be explored in the next season of the show? And speaking of the fact that all the theories are happening for the next season, we have been graced with a variety of screenshots from said upcoming season.
Yes, the prime sneak peeks. Let's have a look at that. Exciting.
Let's have a look, because I think this is the perfect opportunity for us actually to go in and see what we think of what's happening.
Yes.
First image, again, seems to be a lot of curious things happening in this particular shot. Charlie doing what she does best, which is trying to force people in a positive way in her eyes. That's just the impression I get from Charlie all the time, basically.
Oh yeah.
She's like,
very awkward.
Go on, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Very awkward.
What? I'm very curious what is happening. I'm guessing she's got new hotel guests. That's the only thing I can assume.
I think the imposition here is that Charlie is trying to connect Nifty to a new character, which they're both small, they're both cute. Nifty can be described as many things, but we will go with small and cute. He looks so tiny and so adorable. I love the kind of like luminous fish. I don't know what kind of fish that would be, but very cute. If I'm not mistaken, he would be, because of the design, he would be from the circle of greed or gluttony. I can't remember. I think it's greed.
Yeah.
It's the demon that was holding Fizzaroli hostage.
Okay.
Do you remember that there were those two eel characters that were dancing against Fizzaroli? Wherever they're from, that is where he's from. Okay. And it looks amazing. The character design itself is very cute, very nerdy almost, with the big glasses.
Yeah.
Nifty is just being Nifty, and Charlie is being Charlie, imposing what she thinks is right on others.
That's our Charlie.
That is a Charlie, not my Charlie. But yes, sure. I do quite like it. It it feels like it's going to give Nifty a bit more personality.
Yeah.
And I really, I can really vibe with that.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see what storyline she gets.
Yeah, it's very cute. Very cute.
So I'm glad it definitely gives us the impression that they're actually giving her more stuff to do, which we love.
Yes. Exciting. Yes.
Our next screenshot is another intriguing one.
Okay.
Favorite, up to no
the future of hell belongs to the V's.
Yeah.
But they don't seem very impressed. Valentino and Velvet? I don't know how to pronounce her name. She doesn't really say her name much. They do not look impressed with what Vox has in mind. And I have a feeling, because of these screenshots, that Vox is going to be very predominant in this season compared to the last one.
Yes, I think the concept of the V's in general was sort of touched upon, and sort of like you just understood the context, but I'm getting more and more the impression that they're really going to be much more prevailing, much more antagonistic this season.
Yes, I would say that out of the three of them, we almost saw more personality and learned more about Valentino than we did the other two.
Yeah.
In season 1, I find him terrifying. Unfortunately, I have brushed elbows with scary people like that in the past, and if anyone out of the entire series creeps me out, is actually Valentino. He's very real life, unfortunately, especially in the queer community. Yeah, it is interesting to think about what he is proposing there for the other two villains to be a little bit apprehensive about it. Must be very, very out there. And also shout out to the random dick in the background.
Yes.
You might need to blur that out. Willies! Yay!
Yeah.
Willies! Iconic.
Much love to Noodle. So
yes.
Curious what? Yeah, I'm very curious again to see. Lots of people latched on to Vox specifically in the first season, and he wasn't even in it much. So I feel like
I don't think he was. He had like the one song.
No, he wasn't in it much at all. No,
it made him look a little bit not that all that. You know what I mean? So this is a very good revenge on Alistair, I think, or whatever is about to happen. I have no idea.
Yes, I feel like he's definitely up to something. And speaking of people being up to something, the next screenshot is kind of intense because Alistair and Lucifer.
Oh yes.
What I love about this one is not only just how fucking crazed they both look, to be honest.
They look wild.
I am obsessed with Alistair's mug saying duck season on it with a duck that's very much been
That is so cute.
So someone's going for duck hunting season, and which I just think is such a perfect touch.
It is interesting. See, I have a lot of thoughts about obviously this is my own theory, right? I could be very mistaken, but I have a feeling that whatever happened to Alistair, whoever has chained him is somehow connected to Lucifer. Might be Lute. That is what I think, that the big bad that owns Alistair is Lilith. And that is why in the episode where he has the duet, Great as Dad, he initially has like I'm curious to meet Lucifer finally. And then goes into this like, you're not what I thought you would be. And that makes me feel worse about myself, because clearly the person married to the person who owns me should be powerful looking, and instead you're this. So I feel like that is what I took out of it, obviously.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep seeing more of this conflict. It is very interesting. And as someone who has made fan designs of these characters, I can say that Lucifer and Alastor are very easily the two most popular characters in the entire Hasbin fandom.
Yeah.
Not Helluva Boss. There's characters that surpass them. Not Alastor, though. And I'm just very curious to see the top two loved characters going at it. It's going to be so interesting.
It's going to be good. And hopefully
Very,
we get
very good.
another banging song together. One can.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Never enough. Never enough.
In our next screenshot, again, Vox being up to something, clearly, and he's actually on Charlie's home turf, which is always slightly concerning. But I don't know. He's giving. I'm just looking at the screenshot and just looking at their expressions, and it does give the idea that he is trying to either bargain a deal or give a good impression or try and persuade Charlie that he's not that bad. There's definitely a sort of energy of like him trying to get on her good side. Sort of that vibe is what I'm reading from that.
I'm trying to understand if this is inside the hotel or not.
Well, Razzle or Dazzle are in the background.
Well, only one is, because the other one's dead.
Yeah, Razzle
Spoiler.
or Dazzle. I can't remember which one.
And it does look like Razzle is just staring at the door waiting for Dazzle to come back, which makes me very sad. Waiting for their twin to come through that door, and it's never going to happen. Is it a door? Is it a lamp? I can't tell. I'm just blind. But yes, it is interesting. It does seem like they're going for the same tactic as like Val made the council uncomfortable in the first season. The V's have similar tactics, and he is just making Charlie uncomfortable. Maybe the target for this season for Vox will be Charlie instead of Alastor.
I think you are onto something there. Definitely onto something there, as we will see. But I definitely think it's leaning towards he's taking a different angle of attack for sure.
Okay.
I'm very convinced. And the fact that he's even speaking to her suggests that don't trust him, don't be naive, no, Charlie. Try not to be naive, Charlie, because the same.
Yeah. What is also interesting to me is that this does feel like it's the hotel, right? There's a lot of like dark reds in it, and the background is similar. The railing is similar.
Yeah.
However, there's also a stage area or a bar area behind Vox, the raised arm, that suggests that is Vox's furniture. So maybe he's trying to get involved in the hotel somehow.
Maybe actually, maybe he is actually. It's already made at this point a lot more influence on the hotel than we realize. That's a very good spot, actually.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to go back and forth through this screenshot and the one with Nifty, and it does seem like it's literally the same spot. Only now the hotel has changed a little bit and has more of a V's vibe.
Influence, yeah.
Yeah.
What,
How strange. Okay. Yeah, maybe they are trying to take over the hotel.
Yes. I'm very intrigued because I feel like if that's the case, that's going to become quite a prevalent storyline.
Yeah. Interesting.
Change. Talking of change, next screenshot. Meanwhile in heaven.
Meanwhile in heaven. Okay, so this one is interesting because we have Emily, and I love Emily. She is grating, right? Like Charlie. But I don't like Charlie. I like Emily. And I can't understand why. They're both literally the same person. Only Emily seems like she's actually compassionate. Um, there's Saint Peter, who is one of, as you know, Jaber, one of my favorite characters. Because for some reason in my head, that is who you would be in.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's just he's barely in it, and he's like, oh yeah, that's who Jay would be.
that's J-Bit.
Um, and we have the new character Abel there as well, who I really like the design of. Very interesting. Um, Weird to imagine him in any way related to Adam, but there you go. And Serpentius looking extremely uncomfortable. I'm trying to figure out if this will be like in the first episode of season 2, like he just popped up in that room.
This feels like a very like welcome introductory.
Yes.
Welcome to heaven.
Yes, I do feel like this is part of a song somehow.
It's giving that. It's giving we're all going to sing at you about how wonderful heaven is.
Yes, very that. And instead just making him uncomfortable. The composition of this shot is so nice for me, like from an artistic standpoint. What I particularly like is that they have such lovely symmetry, like the wings of Saint Peter arcing over him. Everything is like parallel and soft and so on. And then Serpentius's eyes, one of them is open and one of them is really askew and sharp.
Yeah.
Which makes him look like he's the odd one out. Like even the design, the way it's composed, it shows that discomfort, that he is the one that doesn't belong there. Yeah. I quite love it.
And it would seem that maybe he doesn't belong, because in the next shot,
yes,
poor guy, like maybe time in heaven is not as inclusive as they want to pretend it is.
Okay, so this is some form of trial, surely. Yeah.
So this could be numerous things that lead to this, like the way he behaves, they don't like. He does something while he's there that's like, that's not the status quo, don't do that.
Oh no, this is very obviously nothing about that. This is him popping up in heaven after being in hell. They're questioning it. Nothing to do with what he did. They're not into the fact that people can be redeemed, right? That was the whole major song at the end, wasn't it?
I guess, yeah. Yes, you are right, yes.
Yeah, so this proves that they are wrong, that people can be redeemed, and they don't like that, because that would mean that all the people that they killed for no reason, and that makes them the villain.
Which they would
so they need to somehow prove that but yeah, he doesn't belong up there, or else they're in the wrong. It's crazy.
Yeah. So curious how that plays out. But yeah, he's not having a great time in heaven, bless him. I think he was happier.
He's probably happier in hell. But I really like that the chains are made out of light. It is very cool looking. I like the glow that they put onto the shackles and so on. His expression is so endearing, bless him. I really like the new character design. I like the new hat that has like the very expressive heart eyes. I like that they changed his design a lot, but also kept very loyal to the previous elements. Yeah, I'm really keen. I have to admit, I actually like the new design more, mostly because the eyes on the body creeped me out a little bit before. But it's very cool. It's very cool. I'm very excited to see what they do with Serpentius, especially because out of all the Hasbin characters, he is in the top 5 most sold fandom character at conventions, which is quite interesting.
That's very interesting. I find it
is
very
very
cool.
interesting.
Yeah. What's going to happen to you, buddy? Well, I guess we'll find out.
Who knows? Who knows?
Now, the next screenshot I need you to... I need you to take this one, because it is quite a dramatic shot, for sure.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite characters, obviously. I absolutely love Lute. You can see in the shadow that they have replaced her arm, which she lost her arm at the end of the last season. And it looks like it is replaced with a blade, like a pointy thing.
Yeah.
So maybe her hand is now a sword, which would be so cool.
Yeah.
Also, Lute as a character, she was already very jaded and very angry before. I feel like her anger, personally, this is my own theory, right? Please excuse fans out there, don't be upset. My theory is that Lute was very much into Vaggie. And when Vaggie left and betrayed them, her heart was broken. And she now has like zero tolerance for things not going the way that they were planned. And she just can't stand the fact that she was abandoned by Vaggie and ended up by Adam's side to take all the revenge on the people of Hell. Now that Adam is gone, will Lute be replacing Adam in his station? Which I think would be quite interesting. And this might be like a big villain song moment of the season. It might be her coming to the realization that she is going to be absolutely losing it, especially if they start accepting Serpentius, because if they accept Serpentius, then everything Lute and Adam stood for becomes discredited.
Yeah.
She will barely have a place there, and that might send her off the edge. Another theory of mine, so many theories, is that just like Serpentius appears in heaven, I do think that maybe Adam being killed will finally reveal Adam's form as a hell person.
Yeah.
And then if she has to go and make an execution happen, and Adam is one of them, what does she do then?
Ooh.
So I feel like there's a lot of interesting arcs that could happen with Lute.
Yeah.
But I am very, very, very looking forward to it. And also, despite what is canon, Lute and Vaggie are best couple.
Yeah.
The most toxic, but also best couple. Just saying.
It leads us to the final screenshot we've been teased with, which is, again, you touched on it, and I think your predictions were correct. Though obviously we'll find out to what degree when we see the show. But it does seem like Charlie is being played by Box here, because we can see on one of his aircraft, as we know, he controls the media, being presented as dictator, with a clearly misleading shot of her looking quite sinister. And that's being displayed around Hell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can kind of like grasp it a little bit better now. I feel perhaps that maybe the V's do try and have stake in the hotel. But Charlie puts her foot down in not going in the direction that they want to go. So he spins that around as her not collaborating with him to as she's a dictator and wants to run the hotel and Hell how she sees fit. That said, there's there also would be the rivalry between her current co-host, her current partner in arms in running the hotel is Alastor. Right? So with Vox's involvement in the hotel at all, he would be trying to step on Alastor's feet and territory and so on. So yeah, I can see how that would kind of round up him making enemies of both Alastor and Charlie.
Yeah.
And this would be his way to try and take her down by re-rallying people against her. What I will say is that one thing that I respect about Charlie, right?
Yeah.
She never actually uses her powers or her station as Lucifer's daughter to get what she wants.
Yeah.
She uses everyone else.
Yeah. She
uses everyone else. She literally barely does anything. Vaggie manages the whole thing, but it's her hotel. Yeah. She has Alastor do all sorts of things that she can't do, but it's her hotel. Yeah. She wants everyone to manage their feelings in a way that they make Charlie happy, even when Angel Dust is very clearly upset. She cares more about how he feels towards her rather than what he's actually going through. But she never uses her station and powers to get what she wants. So, she's a very messed up character.
That's true. She does not use her powers to get what she wants, nor does she use them to help anyone else either. But
it does make me wonder what Lucifer's involvement will be in a situation like this.
Especially if he's seeing what Vox is doing to his daughter.
Yeah.
Surely at that point he's not going to just be, hiding continuously. Like, surely that will push him to be a bit more prevalent. Or maybe he's just so laser focused on his rivalry with Alistair that he takes his eye off Charlie too much, and then this stuff starts to unfold because he's not paying proper attention.
Yeah. It's also quite interesting. This is hell, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't a dictatorship be revered because opposite land? True. She's evil and a dictator. Woo! Praise her. Right? Isn't he doing her a favor? I don't understand this universe, but I try.
It's hard to understand any of their ulterior motives. I always wonder, what is Alistair? We obviously know he's up to something and would like to overthrow people, but why through the hotel? These sort of things. I've seen a few people consider the idea that for him maybe he's actually just trying to redeem himself so we can overthrow heaven rather than hell.
There are theories where Alastor's skin tone is more akin to Vaggie and Angel's.
Yes.
Than
very curious.
But we will see. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Look forward to it. So,
meantime, I am very excited to see this upcoming season, and more excited about new songs to be listening to in our rotation, which will happen at the end of October, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think it's at the end of October.
Yeah, I am very, very excited to see it, and just like you said, all the more songs to be singing along to. I cannot wait.
Yes.
Those screenshots have not only just... It's so interesting because they're simple screenshots, but they have managed to raise so many questions in my head about what's coming up in the future, which, of course, stirs all the conspiracies, all the theories. We do actually have another theory from the World Wide Web, which, again, I like doing these because I'm always curious what your reaction to them is. So this makes perfect sense, or nope. Nope, that does not make sense to me at all. And this theory that we're going to go into from Reddit as well is the theory that Emily and Charlie are actually twins. Okay.
Okay.
So, this theory goes on to say that Charlie is the evil side of the two and remained in hell as a demonic hellborn demon. Emily is the holy side of the pair and upon birth materialized in heaven. Okay? She was accepted there and raised in heaven to guide her into becoming the perfect, innocent, pure, sheltered person, so she could never fall to evil like her father did. It's very intentional. Do not end up like your father. Once Emily started asking questions, Sarah began to create a web of lies to shield Emily from the truth. Hence, why she claims to be her sister. And is so shocked at Emily standing up to her and blaspheming heaven alongside Charlie. And why Sarah is also so shocked and panicked when Serpentius materializes in heaven. She knows that Emily will now be emboldened to help Charlie realize her dreams of redemption for sinners, and the two could become very close, and the truth would come out. Potentially, Emily would reject Sarah and heaven for lying to her her whole life and succumb to evil's influence and become a fallen angel, just like her father. Charlie, Emily, and most likely Lucifer know nothing of this, whereas Lilith might be in the know, but is unable to interact with her daughter by Sarah's decree. So, do you think there's any chance that there's a revelation that separated at birth? And that's part of the reason.
I would say that there is a high chance for this. I would say that that is the reason why Lilith is in heaven. Leave one child behind. Give it to daughter of Lucifer. Give it to Sarah to raise. And then somehow use that as a footing to get back into heaven. I think that is a... So she not... wouldn't be involved, like it was her scheme all along. I think that is a good one. I like the parallels. I like the fact that Charlie and Emily's design are very similar.
Yes.
I also like the idea that Charlie and Lucifer have... my imagination is going wild now, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's my interpretation, but it does feel like Charlie and Lucifer, their complexion isn't actually white, it's makeup. And that's why they have like white face with a circular rosy cheek to make it look like it's accentuated makeup.
Yeah.
And maybe they're hiding a different skin tone under there. I don't know. But the similarities in design are very, very evident, especially when they sing right next to each other. When Hell is Forever moment during Didn't You Know? And the parallels are very good. What was described was also very interesting. I would say yes to most of it, with the exception of oh no, poor Lilith. I think Lilith is the main big bad in all of this. I don't know why. It's just a feeling that I get. And yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. And it would be one of the theories I would get behind.
Yeah.
I would love that. Then at least I would like one of this family. One person in this family. I do like Lucifer, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think it's an interesting concept. I think also, whatever form it takes, we're going to find out more about how corrupt heaven is, and I feel like
definitely,
like this definitely play into that whole idea of why they're so desperate to keep these two areas separated. Because I feel like the more that there is overlap, the more that secrets will be coming out of the closet, as it were, and they don't want that. They want to keep all that stuff under the carpet as best they possibly can. So there's definitely a need to protect and defend the infrastructure they've set up. So the
only question would be, why be so adamant to keep Lucifer's daughters separate? Like, what is the win?
Yes. What is the yes, I was curious as what would the motivation actually be for separating them and not having them both there. So
I don't know.
we might find out.
Let us know your answers.
Yes.
What do you think about these theories? Do you think that Carmilla Carmine is an angel? Do you think that Emily and Charlie are twins? Do you think that Charlie's a complete asshole?
Yes. Do share your opinions in the comments below. And
yes, let us know.
If you have any specific theories that you think, oh my gosh, why haven't they even considered this? Let us know in the comments, because we would love to have all the theories. Again, all we ask is keep the chat spoiler-free for anything season 2.
Please, not just for us, but even for the people who don't want to have it spoiled for them.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to the next season. I definitely hype myself up for even more now through looking at screenshots, discussing potential theories of what can happen. And actually, I think what's going to hype me up more for the show more than anything is attending Inferno Fest. I think it's really get
I can't wait.
In the mood for this franchise again.
I can't wait. Really, it's going to be very exciting. Are you going to be cosplaying?
I would love to. I don't know if I have the capacity to, because I'm trying to work out how. Our dear friend Sky, who we've mentioned before on the pod, friend of the pod, has had some suggestions for me of what I could do. So I'm
I feel like our chat needs to encourage you a little bit.
If there's enough demand, maybe I'll force myself into it. But I feel like it feels like everyone else that we know is going to be doing some form of cosplay or bounding for this event. So I don't want to be the one who doesn't do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. So yes, it seems likely. I just need to work out how with the time that's available. We'll find out.
Not a lot of it. Not a lot of it.
Not a lot of it. If you'd like to see that, maybe I'll be cosplaying. Don't forget about Inferno Fest again. We're very much looking forward to it. It's taking place, if you've already gone, on the 27th of September at the end of this month. If you want to find out more about them, the link is in the description. But maybe you're just listening and like, I don't want to read your description, in which case that's fine. You can find them on socials. If you want to find them on Instagram, that at infernofest.intl, because it's their international account. However, on all other socials, it's infernofest.intl as one word. So do check it out. You can find out more about the Glasgow event, as well as the events that are happening across the world. It's a worldwide,
including the US and the Philippines.
Yes.
So if you're in the US or the Philippines and you want to participate in these events, check them out. We would love to know your interpretation of what happened there. Let us tell us everything.
Tell us, because we can't stress this enough. We read every comment and we get excited whenever we see comments.
Yes,
so,
we do.
Again, thank you to everyone who's been leaving comments. And it really does make our day when we see them. We have covered a lot today. We have gone all in on the world of Hasbin and Hellaverse. And again, the event to look forward to, and the season to look forward to, it's going to be this autumn. That's one of the most prevalent things, I think.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. I would say so.
So, very hyped for it. It does mean, unfortunately, though, we have come to the end of our episode. Once again, so stay to the end to see how you can find us on social media, as well as the address for our Patreon. We look forward to seeing you guys over there as well. But until next time, it's time to say goodbye.
Love you, bye.
Firstly, a huge thank you to our amazing conventioneers, Beck and Kit, who have joined our Patreon. Support the show and join the community yourself at www.patreon.com/thecongcreatives. Find out more from our show sponsors and where to follow us on social media at www.thecongcreatives.com. The podcast is hosted and produced by Gilles Bone and Jay Eggman.